everyone, and welcome back to Mission Impossible. I'm your host Shannon, as always, and joining me today, I have another beautiful guest all the way from Africa. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi guys, my name is Bontle and I'm from beautiful Botswana. I am studying and living in Busan right now, and I make content about my life here in South Korea. I will also be posting a video about this visit today, so be sure to check it out.
Yep, make sure you guys go check her out. We will be dropping her information down below, so you guys can go check that out. As you guys might know, today is the last episode of Mission Impossible. So thank you guys all for tuning in. We have a really fun episodes for you today in a very beautiful place as well. So as you guys can see behind me, we have a little castle here. If you guys can see, this is in traditional Hanok style. We are actually located in Jinju, Korea at the moment, which is closer to Busan.
Yes, it is.
Have you ever been here before?
First time I'm here actually.
Okay, yeah. I think it's my first time. I've been kind of all over Korea. It's almost a blur at this point, but it is such a beautiful area, and it's a little bit warmer than Seoul, which is really, really nice.
That is.
But today we have a couple of missions to complete. So for those of you guys that are just now tuning in, the way that this show works, I have 3 missions in my hand, and my lovely co-host here is going to help me complete all 3 missions. If we are able to succeed within the allotted amount of time, then we are going to select a winner randomly from the comment section. That winner will receive a $30 Amazon gift card, and you can enjoy that and maybe put it towards the holidays. We'll see. So as far as our missions for today, mission number 1 is take a photo at Cheongsongnu Pavilion. So we have to go to a special pavilion, which we're going to show you guys a little bit, and we're also going to talk a little bit about the history of this place and some other cool stuff that they got going on. So you guys can follow me. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about you. You're all the way from Botswana.
Yes.
Very good. What was your original decision to come here?
I wanted to come study in Korea, so I decided to come here.
Okay, very good. You guys can actually take a look up there. It's really, really beautiful. And we're going to walk now into the park entrance so that you guys can kind of see what's going on. As we saw on the episode last week, we were in... what was it? Tongyeong. Sorry, it's like a blur at this point. It's the end of the year, guys. But we were in Tongyeong last week, and we got to meet one of the famous generals in Korean history. And we're about to meet another one. So you guys will see this cool statue, and we'll explain a little bit about that in just a second. But right now, I'm going to open up the comment section. If you guys have any questions for my lovely guest here, we have just been getting on really well. We've been talking all before the show, so I'm excited for you guys to get to know her as well. All right, let's see. Everyone said hello, Jinju. I've heard a lot about it. I love history and culture. Very nice. I will have to go there when I return. K-Stash, you would love it here.
Yeah.
It is actually so beautiful, and this is just the entrance. Like, we haven't even seen all there is to offer yet. And we'll get to do some cool activities as well.
I cannot wait to actually do the activities.
Yeah. Have you done any traditional Korean activities before, like visit the castles or any of the temples and stuff?
Yeah, the one thing I've done is that I went to Seoul a couple of months ago, and I visited the Gyeongsangbok Palace, and it was really interesting because I got to wear a hanbok and everything.
Oh yeah, I bet you would look beautiful in a hanbok. So we're up here at the next general. You guys can go ahead and pan up there. We're going to be talking a little bit about Shi Min Kim, or Kim Shi Min. So he is another famous general in this particular area. The southern border of Korea is actually really well known and very commonly referenced when it comes to the battle for independence here. So there's actually an English representation. You guys can take a look at this. It talks a little bit about his story and kind of what his relevance is to this area. So you guys can make sure to check that out. We'll get to see a little bit more about some of this unique park, and we'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really curious for the audience to know more about you, though, because I have enjoyed getting to know you before the show. So tell the viewers a little bit about kind of what your content is about and what you would like to post in the future.
Yes, I was actually lucky enough to receive a scholarship to come study in Korea. I'm currently doing my master's here, and I share tips on how to study. And not only that, I'm into fashion, so I also post some content. Thank you. I also post a bit of content about my outfits and everything.
My dad is a frequent viewer of the show, and he always comments how I could do so much better. I'm just like jeans and a t-shirt all the time. But
oh no, she looks beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
But very cool. So the content that you're posting is mostly about studying. What's your major at the moment? And you're going for master's, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what's your major?
I'm doing international area studies, and I'm so happy to learn about it because I learn a lot about Korea and mostly Asian countries. So I wanted to come learn that in an Asian country, and I was lucky to come here. So it's pretty enjoyable.
Fair enough. I've got some really interesting questions for you at the moment. What is the weather typically like in your country, and where in Botswana are you from?
I live in Gaborone, which is like the main city in Botswana. And for the weather, it's definitely not as cold as Korea. I'm
very
currently
cold.
suffering because it's
actually
freezing.
like hot right now. We've been battling
Yeah.
with this weather today because we get really hot and then we'll get really cold. But yeah, from what I understand, Botswana doesn't get quite as cold during the winter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So it's a nice little respite there. I heard Jeonju is popular place for Jeonju bibimbap. Yes, that is correct. It's got some famous dishes here, but one of the things that's really popular about Jeonju is actually their mascot. Their mascot's name is Hamo. Hamo is like a little otter, essentially, and you guys will get to meet him in a little bit. But it's also because he wears a string of pearls, which is famous for the pearl harvesting here.
It's very
quite
cute.
cool.
Yeah,
very cute.
it's really cute.
What is something that Botswana is known for, or what's like their main export? Like,
Botswana is actually good for diamonds. We are the #1 exporter
Oh,
of
what?
diamonds,
That's
actually.
crazy.
Yeah, so it does support a lot of our economy. So if you want a diamond ring, I could get you one.
I would love that. Actually, I would love that.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
So subtle.
Wink, wink.
Let's see. Which Korean slang are you familiar with?
Korean slang?
Yeah, I don't know. This is a difficult one because she's Busan, right? So their
Yeah.
their accent is a little bit different than what I'm used to.
살아있네.
살아있네.
I think that's the only thing that comes.
That sounds like an anime character. Like 살아있네.
That's the only thing that comes to my head right now. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I don't really know a whole lot of slang. I know that there's like hard and 대박 and like that sort of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
But I feel like that's kind of common knowledge. You know what I mean? I don't
That
think
is.
that's specifically Seoul. Or specifically this particular area. We learned a word earlier. Hamo actually is the name of the mascot here,
Yeah.
but it's actually a word that you can use in slang in this particular region. It kind of means like, of course, like yeah, hamo, like yeah, like it's just something that people say. But I think if I go back to Seoul and say that to people, they're gonna be like, what?
What is she saying?
What is she talking about?
That's true.
But if you guys know any slang, that'd be really cool if you guys could drop that down there. Levi said Rhino Sanctuary is something that you guys are known for.
Yeah, we are known for that actually because we do have the largest number of elephants and rhinos in Africa.
Elephants are my favorite animal.
Oh, really? So we are big conservationists. So we really believe in like protecting these animals.
Of course.
So if you want to see some elephants and rhino, you should come to Botswana.
I would love that.
Yes.
I would love that. So has your family or anybody visited you while you've been in Korea?
No, because this place is so far. It takes like 18
yeah.
hours to travel here.
Yeah, all the
That's a
way
bit
from
too much.
Botswana, I imagine so.
Yeah.
Very good. So let's see. What's an interesting Busan accent that you can share with us?
Oh, I'm so bad at that.
I know there's like 밥 먹냐 or something like that. Instead of like 밥 먹었어, it's like something like that. It's like
yeah.
they end it with like the ya. A little bit more like
Yeah.
informal, kind of beachy LA vibes. I think is what
Yeah.
Busan. But you told me that earlier too.
Yeah.
You were saying that like Seoul is not your vibe. Like
Seoul is too busy. I feel like I'm a
much.
calm person. I think. So I like a more calm atmosphere, and Seoul is a little bit too busy for me.
it is very like go all the time.
Yeah.
There's really that pali culture.
It is very fast.
which I think is very Korean in general, but I think in Seoul especially. for
Yeah,
sure.
that's true.
So let's see. The place is so nice with a spacious garden. Yeah, and you guys
Yeah.
can actually look right over here. There's actually a river. This is the Namgang. So Namgang is going to be the South River, and you guys are probably used to Hangang, which is the river in Seoul.
Yeah.
But Namgang is famous for its lantern festival. So if you guys are really interested in that, definitely just give that a quick Google search. It's so beautiful. Have you ever been to the Lantern Festival?
I have never been, but I want to
I've seen
come
like
here.
pictures. I've seen like the TikTok reels and stuff like that.
Yes,
about
and
it.
it's really beautiful.
It's definitely gorgeous. Where are we in Jeonju? Where is this place located in comparison to Seoul? Wow, beautiful landscape with the mountains behind. So in comparison to Seoul, this is about, I took the KTX this morning at about 7 a.m. I got here at around 11:30, so it's about 4 hours, I would say, KTX. But it's directly south. So if you're looking at a map, compared to Busan, it's a little bit west. I would say. So it's even more south. than
Yeah,
Busan.
it's true.
But yeah, so that's why you were able to come here today. Where is it in relationship to Busan?
Yeah, I came from Busan and I took the bus, and then it was about an hour 40 minutes away, and I had to travel like.
An easier journey, I think.
It was easier than you, definitely.
Yeah, I had
definitely.
quite the time this morning.
Yes.
Little known fact, guys. So this is my last episode for you this year. But this morning I was really scared that I wasn't gonna make it because I got to the station, like maybe like a kilometer away from the station, with like 2 minutes, 3 minutes to spare. So I hopped out of the taxi and I took off running and I made it to the train with like 30 seconds left before they pulled out.
You're lucky.
So I was so scared, and I was messaging Sarah, our PD, and I was like, girl, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it on the train. And she was like, don't worry, you're gonna be fine. And then I made it and it was fine. But yeah, so luckily I'm able to be here today and share this experience with you.
I'm happy you're here. It's nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you. It's been such a joy like talking to you and getting to know you.
Same, actually.
Let's see, the elephants would be different to the Thai elephants. Yes, that's true. Have you tried any traditional Korean food that you like?
My favorite is actually budae-jjigae.
Budae-jjigae. Wow, she is really like 한국 사람이네.
I love budae-jjigae, but Busan is known for the 돼지국밥.
돼지국밥.
It's also really nice.
Yeah, my favorite is kimchi-jjigae, and they know this very well. Kimchi-jjigae is always my go-to.
Oh.
But budae-jjigae, for you guys that aren't sure, it's army stew. So it's kind of a hot pot of everything. It's like it's ramen, it's spam, it's like egg, it's what is it? Pork.
Yeah, it also has tofu.
Yeah, tofu, veggies. It's really a little bit of everything. Of course,
so
there's
good.
kimchi in there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good, especially in the wintertime, I would say.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's your favorite food in Jinju? So I've actually, not that I can remember, been to Jinju before. But one of the things that we saw here was hugumji pang? It's like the black sesame bean bread.
Oh, yeah.
We might get to try it a little bit later, but it's actually like a little, almost like tok cake. It looks a little bit squishy, but that's something they know for. You sound quite South African. Did you study in ZA?
Oh, ZA. Is that not South Africa?
Maybe.
I've never studied in Africa. I'm so sorry. I've only studied in Botswana.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I had to fix my mic really quick. If you want to hold this, you can
no
respond to some of the
problem.
comments. So let's see.
You sound quite South African. Did you study in South Africa? No. I've only ever been to Botswana. I think Korea is the very first place that I've actually traveled to. So I was lucky.
Okay, very good. So
Yeah.
you've never been to any other countries before?
This is my first country.
Wow, and you decided to go all the way, like
18 hours away.
I guess we're kind of the same in that regard because
Yeah.
I am the only one of my family that left North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to like Canada. I went to South Korea. So
All the way to here.
Yeah, definitely very used to that.
Yeah.
Let's see, Army stew for me too. Oh no, would you host the show? I'm glad you made it. I think she could probably handle this without me, to be honest. She's really great. Let's see, is that a fortress just like the one in the historical K-dramas? Yes. So a lot of the historical K-dramas have things like this.
Yeah.
Fortresses, as they're more commonly called, but this particular one is a national museum. This entire park is technically falls under the category of museum, so you guys will get to see that. We're going to take you guys this way a little bit. We're actually going to be able to walk inside, and we're going to be able to take a photo with Seoksungu, which is our pavilion that we're next to now. So we're going to go ahead and take a photo here. We'll get that first stamp for the mission, and then we will keep it moving. All right, let's see. Okay, she's hosting. What is the national dish or famous dish of Botswana?
I wouldn't say famous, but I come from a particular tribe in Botswana. It's called the Kalanga tribe. And the one dish we're known for is called pani.
Pani.
And it's like a worm, basically.
Okay.
But a very delicious worm.
A very delicious one.
Yeah.
Naturally. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is the pavilion, and we are going to tell you guys a little bit more about one of the videos that was uploaded on KoreaNet. So the sun's in my eyes. I'm going to come
Yes,
this way.
it is.
But you guys can see right here. It's called Seoksungu, which is the name of the pavilion here. But if you guys check out the most recently uploaded video on KoreaNet, there's actually a really, really cool street art collaboration with this particular place. So by street art, I do mean things like spray paint and stuff like that. It's really cool, definitely worth checking out. It's only 2 minutes long, but it's really cool. You guys will actually get to see where we're standing right now, but in a very different view. So really, really cool. But for our first mission, let's go ahead and take a photo here. Me and her have already been taking selfies today, but we're gonna take some right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're so cute. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love that. Okay, so let's show you guys.
Those are so pretty.
Cute. Love it. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and get that first stamp. Magic hand, come on out here. 3, 2, 1.
Yay, complete.
Amazing. First mission complete.
Yay.
Let's see. Stroll along the fortress walls, mission number 2. So that means we got to head on inside. You guys can follow me inside. Make sure you watch your head. When we were doing the rehearsal, I actually slammed my head against one of the what is this called? Rafter? something like that.
Overhead rafter?
Whatever that's
Whatever
called.
that is.
Yeah, the awning. So here we are. You guys can actually see this is the fortress right here. This particular one, I think, is what they called the commander post or something similar. Commander outpost, perhaps.
Yeah.
But this is basically where they would stand and they would watch for enemies, essentially. So you guys can check it out here. We do have the opportunity to go up, but what we have to do is take off our shoes.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful
Yeah.
here.
So shoes off first. Luckily, we have some slides today. All right, and so we're gonna leave them here and slide these slippers on. All right, and we're gonna go head up. You guys can follow me up here. Wow, it is absolutely lovely up here. There's so much room for activity.
It's beautiful.
Whoa. I'm always so impressed by like the architecture in these places.
Yeah, like the carpentry here is absolutely amazing.
Not even like just the carpentry, but like the detailing, like
yeah,
the flowers
it's so
and
intricate.
stuff. Really, really cool.
I wonder if it has any meaning.
Is there traditional structures like this in Botswana?
We just have like traditional huts made out of mud. Yes, that's what we have in
What
the
is
country.
there a name for it, for that type of structure?
We just call it Ntloya Setswana.
What do you call it?
Ntloya Setswana.
In Goya, Setswana?
Yeah, Ntloya Setswana, which just means like a traditional house.
Traditional house.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Can you teach the viewers today how to say hello in your language?
So if you want to say hello in my language, you say dumelang.
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 She's perfect, actually.
No way, no
You
way.
should come to Botswana.
I would love to. I would definitely love to visit Africa one day.
Yeah.
So you guys can go ahead and see this here. The top one is called Chama. So Chama, I'm learning, is what this little like rafter is called in Korean. So you guys can go ahead and take a look at that. Let's go ahead and answer some more questions.
Yeah.
You have to wear the slippers. Yeah, you can wear slippers or socks. They do provide some slippers for you. There's like a little place where you can set your shoes, but you're not allowed to wear outside shoes on this, just to kind of protect and preserve the structure.
Yeah.
There's a really cute baby over there, guys. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted.
Adorable.
Look at him just running around.
Baby
just enjoying
fever.
his time. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But let's see. Wow, this is amazing. Majestic architectural structure. Is it common for this location to be used as an event venue? Yes, like I said, along this river here, which is called the Namgang, they do have a lantern festival, and when they have that festival, you can actually come and sit here and kind of watch that happen. They'll have like vendors and performers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're allowed to perform actually on this floor, just kind of to preserve the architecture, but they do perform in this park.
Yeah.
Are there any traditional Korean items that you have ever bought?
So far, I have not. I think I'm waiting for myself to go back home and carry like a suitcase full of a lot of
Just take
stuff
all the
from
Korean
Korea.
stuff.
Yeah, everything from Korea. Even maybe a Korean person. I might as well take a
Okay,
Korean
well,
person.
yeah,
with me.
you could do that.
I could
mean,
do
I would
that.
hope that they're on board with that too, though. Yeah, I know, like just
That's
stuffing them in the
true.
bag. Oh my goodness. But if I went to Botswana, what is one thing that I should bring back with me?
Wow.
Like, what's one little like, I guess like touristy?
I would say the kiba. We have a traditional clothing called the kiba.
Oh.
The print is absolutely stunning, and I
can
feel
do
like it
that.
will go with your eyes. So
Oh,
you should
thank
probably
you.
try that.
I would love that. I
Yeah.
would love that. So we're actually gonna head back down, you guys. We've got a lot to accomplish today, so we're gonna take a quick break, put our shoes back on.
Thank you.
All right, so let's keep it moving, you guys. We're gonna head back down here. While the team and stuff is getting their shoes back on, I did want to point this out. We thought this was so interesting. I don't know what this fruit is, and if you guys can figure out what that's called, please let me know, because it's not persimmon or apple or pear or tamwe. So I'm
is
really,
huge.
it's huge, and I really have no idea what it is. I just kind of want to bite it though. You know what I mean?
You can do that because
I
you don't know what
yeah,
it is.
it might be poisonous. We don't know.
Yeah.
So we have walked around here a little bit. We can go up here for just a little bit, but we've actually got to make our way down to a cafe.
Yeah.
It's getting cold, and I need some coffee. So let's
true.
see. Bandle, what is the traditional clothes of Botswana called, and what does it look like? Is it a dress? Is it a skirt? Two-piece?
Yes, the most important thing is actually the material that it's made out of.
Ah, okay.
Which is called the kiba.
Kiba.
Which is that printed fabric, but you can make it into a dress, a t-shirt, pants. Even guys can actually wear it.
Okay, very cool.
So
What
it's
is
like,
the cloth made of? Is it linen?
yeah, it's kind of like linen, cotton. Also, it's like a mixture of those two.
Okay, very cool. Look,
Yeah.
see, we're learning so much today,
Yes.
guys. So you guys can come right over here. There's actually another English iteration, so you guys can read a little bit more about this particular area. So the shrine honors a young woman named Nonge. who sacrificed her life for the country during the Japanese invasion of 1592 to 1593. The name Uigisa means Shrine of the Righteous Entertainer.
Wow.
So we'll tell you a little bit more about her story in just a little bit, but I want to kind of show you guys what's going on inside.
Yeah.
And then we got to make our way to point number 3. So you guys can follow me up here. This is where I slammed my head against the roof earlier, so
Does it still hurt?
No, it doesn't anymore. I'm okay. Mori
Okay.
Joshimeo, watch your head. If you're tall, enter with caution. So you guys can come in here. This is actually who the shrine is for. There's a photo to commemorate her right there, so you guys can learn a little bit about that. How to speak in Botswana. Can I hear a little bit of an introduction in your language?
Okay, sure, no problem. Dumelang ke video abon like la ngwaga tse 29 ni ke na le hale Shanone and re tlile go introduce Jinju.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's my language.
Yeah, but it's not like anything else I've ever heard. I feel like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like I'm used to hearing so many languages. We have so many colorful people on the show, but I actually haven't heard anything like this before. What's your language called for those wondering?
Yeah, it's called Setswana.
Setswana.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys can take a make sure you guys check that out. I do believe that you're our first Botswana guest as
I'm
well.
honored.
Yeah. Have you found a community here in Korea at all?
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of Botswana here.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, it does get a bit sad. But I have South Africans here, and we're just basically one family. So
There you go. So if you're from South Africa, come hang out with her. She's really sweet. You can also hit me up anytime.
Of course.
I'll be in Seoul, but we can make it work.
I'll
we can
take
make
the
it
KTS for you.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah.
Always happy to learn new history in the traditional buildings. I kind of see the view over that wall. It's so pretty. And the sound looks amazing and it all looks really good. The place is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is the best that they've visited so far.
Yeah.
So you guys can actually take one more look over here. I just think it's really beautiful. You guys can actually see the sun shining across the river there. Like I said, this is Namgang, so this means South River.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head out now. We're gonna take you guys up to the cafe. We're gonna get our next stamp, and then we're gonna go get some coffee, which is much deserved.
Yeah.
How is your English so good? How many languages do you speak?
I actually speak 2 languages. The first language is my native language, which is Setswana, and then I speak English, which is like our formal language.
Okay, so it's actually your national language.
Yes, it is.
Wow, that's amazing. Did you attend like an international school or anything like that?
Actually, all education in our school is taught in English.
Oh,
So
wow.
you somehow learn English as you progress through your education
Yeah,
system.
it's kind of like that bilingual learning. Like you
Yes.
just learn 2 simultaneously.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. What's that portrait about the woman wearing the hanbok? So the woman wearing the hanbok is actually the Nonge, I believe is what her name was. But it's the shrine to commemorate her and her bravery and her efforts towards the revolution, essentially. So,
Yeah.
like I said, you guys, similar to Tongyang, which is where we were last week, this particular location was one of those places where there was a lot of battles fought. So there's a lot of like war history in this particular area, but it just so happens to be very beautiful as well.
It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah. The place is really beautiful. They say it's best to visit during the Lantern Festival. Absolutely, absolutely. Which I believe is taking place in the fall. I don't think it's winter time. A lot of festivals and stuff aren't going on in the winter in Korea. But down south, if you guys do want to escape the snow, then definitely come here instead of Seoul.
Beautiful here.
Let's see. It looks like the natural scenery of Jinju is really extraordinary. I think this whole southern part of the peninsula is actually really beautiful.
Yeah, because it has a lot of history and a lot of like old traditional houses. It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah. What is one of your favorite things to go do with your spare time in Korea?
Actually, I am a very lazy person.
Okay.
But when I do get the chance, I like sightseeing. And since I'm in Busan, there's a lot of, in this area, a lot of traditional places, as you have seen. There's a lot of castles. I've been to Gyeongju and it has beautiful temple there. So you guys should also check that out.
Yeah, definitely. I think I can agree with that. I feel like on my off days, if I'm not just snuggled up at home watching a movie, I probably would just go out and see something really nice or go for a hike. I'm not much of like a party scene kind of person, so I think this sort of interaction would be most attractive to me.
It's so calm and serene.
It's so calm. Like, let's just walk for like 10 seconds with no talking. Like, let's just listen, guys. So quiet. It's so nice. I feel like even when it's quiet in Seoul, it's never this quiet. Yeah. Let's see. It really looks like fall there instead of winter. I do think it's kind of like winter comes a little bit slower in this particular area, but it's definitely cold. Don't be deceived by the sunshine, guys. It's actually quite cold.
It is.
In the sun, it's definitely warmer, but we've got jackets for a reason, hey? What are you most looking forward to during the upcoming Christmas holidays?
Actually, I'm planning to go to Seoul for the Christmas.
Okay.
Because
maybe get some
Busan-
snow.
Yeah, Busan doesn't have any snow, so I want to experience like a white Christmas this
Oh,
year.
very cute.
So, but Shannon won't be there, so
Nope, I'm headed back to the States in 2 days, guys. I'm leaving
Yeah.
for New York on Sunday. So unfortunately, I won't be here for Christmas, but I will be home with my family. So if you guys are interested in kind of seeing what I'm up to, you can make sure to check me out on Instagram, or you can follow her as well.
Yes.
We're going to post a lot of content during that time. And especially me being home, which is like my favorite thing ever. I can't wait to go. But I will be in the comment section on Thursdays, so don't worry. I'm gonna make sure that I do my due diligence. What is your favorite place to visit in Busan? This can be anything, a cafe, a restaurant.
for me it's Gwangalli.
Oh, Gwangalli!
Yeah,
I love
the
Gwangalli
beach is-
with the rainbow bridge.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning, and
It
it's
is nice.
always vibey there. There's always something going on. There's always a performance, busking.
There is always performances, but
Yeah.
like right on the beach, like
Right
on
on
the
the
sand.
beach. It's absolutely stunning.
It is quite nice. I've all the times I've been to Busan, I feel like I go to Gwangalli the most.
It's
I
beautiful.
think it's a little bit like less crowded than Hyundai.
That's true.
Hyundai is like very like and then Gwangalli
Hyundai
is
is
like
so busy.
like tiki bars and like it's a little bit more chill, I would say.
Beautiful.
Let's say the design of the building looks pretty from where you guys are standing right now. Yep, so all of these buildings are traditional Hanok style. Of course, they've been preserved, so these aren't the original colors and everything, but it's as close to it as it could possibly be. Is there any hobbies that you usually do, aside from studying and making content?
I actually like reading.
Oh, okay, me too.
Yeah, I
What are you
actually like
reading right
reading.
now?
Right now, I just finished Almond.
Almond. Oh, I read this one.
Yeah, it's-
the guy with the brain.
Yeah. The guy.
Oh.
It's absolutely a good book. You guys
Did you
should
not
check it
cry?
out. I cried during.
I
paused
cried
a
at
lot
the
of times.
end. Oh my god.
It's absolutely amazing.
Wow, I haven't thought about that book in a minute. I think I read it like last year.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So good. Such a
Yeah.
great book. If you guys can read it and if you can handle getting your heart ripped out of your chest at the end, it's great.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
good
great.
book.
Right now, I'm reading something called Bullet Train. It's actually a mystery. So thriller and mystery is my favorite novel genre.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is about, it follows 5 different murderers on a train.
Oh.
But only one of them makes it out at the end. And you have to figure out who
Okay,
and
that
why.
sounds suspenseful.
Yeah, it's very suspenseful. I just started it, but I reread the whole Percy Jackson series recently,
that's
which
good.
is an old fave. I used to be such a bookworm about those.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'll just reread the whole thing. So I reread it because it's been like 10 years. Anyway, and then I started back with a thriller mystery novel. If you guys have any books that you love, please drop it in the comments. I would love a good read on this plane ride home. That'd be great. All right, how long are you planning on staying in Korea?
I'm doing my master's for 2 years, and I just started my first year, so I'm gonna be here for another year and a half. So
Okay. All right, so Jeonju has another tourist spot. It's called Jinyang. It's actually a lake arboretum, so you guys can go check that out as well. We're just gonna throw in some facts kind of as they come up, but in Jeonju, there's a lot of stuff to go see for sure.
That's interesting.
Let's see, we got a couple more questions. Did you read Almond book in Korean or English?
oh, in English.
Yeah, I read the English one, guys.
Okay, I know a little bit of Korean, but not that well.
Can you read Korean?
A little bit.
Yeah. I can read everything, but I don't always know what it means. Does that make
Exactly,
sense?
that's
Like
the
I can phonetically it makes sense in my head.
Yeah.
Let's see. This place is so massive. I really badly want to go. Where are you planning to celebrate the New Year in a memorable way? I am going to celebrate the New Year with my parents. I'm really excited because we always go to this place called Millennium Center in my hometown, and it's like this big fancy hall. Everyone gets dressed to the nines, and then we just kind of party until midnight. Yeah, but that's kind of my favorite thing to do is just like hang out with my parents. My stepmom has this theory that New Year's is the best holiday because whoever you spend it with and however that night goes sets the tone for the whole year.
That's so true, though.
Yeah, so every time I spend it with my family, it's always been a good year. So I'm gonna just keep that trend rolling.
I wish my family was here.
I know, I'm
Cue
sorry.
the crying.
Yeah, right? We both just start crying.
Yeah.
When do you get to see your family again? Do you know?
Probably when I'm done with my master's. I wanted to go this year, but unfortunately, I had other plans.
Yeah, life had other plans, huh?
Yeah, so probably 2026.
Okay. Oh, wow.
That's, I know.
In my head, I was like, oh, next year. Then I was like,
no.
wait, no. That's like, wow, okay.
So far.
Fighting. If
Hasuso.
yeah, Hasuso. If I come to Busan, we can definitely hang out. I think
come.
that'll be really fun. I don't get down here as often anymore, but yes. And KoreaNet, it's Jackson CK. Get it together, Jackson CK. Gosh, Shannon, my list is growing of places to go on my next trip. Okay, Sash, you have no idea. If you haven't already, go watch the Kokduni series, where I was a little bit more green to the whole hosting thing.
Yeah.
But there's there's a video of me like swinging on a bridge uncontrollably in the wind. There's one of me like getting lost in a bamboo forest.
Oh my God.
Lots of interesting stuff there. And then the last episode, I actually get like rained on and my umbrella gets flipped inside out and it's a mess. But lots of cool places that you should go visit. Either way, really cool. Let's see, famous and very good books regarding that type of story as you're about to travel again. Wishing you safe travels. Thank you so much, Nathan. I would recommend the Dollar Gut Dream Department Store. It's a novel.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. Remember, Shannon originally was to stay 6 months. That's very true. I've actually been here for about 5 years now.
Oh, that's a lot.
4.5, 5 years, something like that.
You're basically Korean at this point, Shannon.
아니야. 한국 사람은 아닌데. But I do my best, I would say. See, now it's hot. Are you hot?
Now it's hot.
We were freezing a minute ago, and now I'm like about to break a sweat because this jacket is like heavy.
I know.
Anyway, so it's that time. It's that confusing time of year.
It is.
So we're actually going to pass this particular area, but if you guys will pan right over here, you can actually see there's these ballistics. This is where you guys can see there's kind of an ode to the memorial and the battles that were won here. This particular bridge, my PD informed me of a very interesting story. There's one particular, I don't even know what to call it, I guess history among battle strategy here, where there was a history of hugging. Yeah, so the Korean soldiers would hug the enemies and then just like go off the bridge.
That's one strategy to do it.
Right? Like, because when she first started, I'm like, oh, they hugged and they made peace and they didn't fight and that's great.
No.
And then she was like, no, they just sacrificed themselves also. I was like, oh,
Sad though.
I was like, wow. And the name is Nonge. So that Nonge is like the shrine that we saw earlier with the lady.
Yeah.
But yes, so there is that history here if you're ever interested in some cheeky war history.
Yeah.
Let's see. Remember, Shannon was originally supposed to stay 6 months. Yes, I was only supposed to be here 6 months, and I've been here like 5 years now.
Yeah.
Do we have the bloopers compilation this year? No, but I will reach out to KoreaNet for it. Nonge is not the enemy, but it is the soldier. Just to clarify a little bit about that story.
Yeah.
But yes, so Nonge was the soldier, and they hugged the enemies to death.
Yeah.
Which I think is a very...
Kill them with kindness.
No, they no.
I think they took it too literally.
That's a very sweet way to put it, but
Yeah.
it's you know.
I mean-
there's no fairness in war, I think.
I know. So sad.
Let's see, Bantle, is there any other place in Korea that you would like to visit?
Yeah, I want to go to Gangwon-do.
Oh,
I've heard,
Gangwon-do. Gangwon-do's lovely.
Yeah, in winter there's a lot of snow and you can go skiing there. I've never been skiing, so
Oh, what?
I want to try that.
Go to the Vivaldi ski park. It's really cool.
Wow.
I went last year with my best friend Vaughn, and you guys can find that on my Instagram if you're ever interested.
I'm interested.
But it's really fun. They have like skiing and snowboarding for beginners.
Yeah.
I grew up snowboarding with my dad. So I was a little bit used to that, but I wanted to try something new. So I tried skiing, which is actually easier.
Oh,
So
really?
if you've never done it, I would definitely say go skiing first.
Oh.
But they'll teach you like classes and stuff, and they're free. You don't have to pay. And they've got different slopes for different levels, but definitely fun.
Sounds amazing.
Even if you're not good, it's fun to tumble down the mountain in the snow. Either way.
Yeah.
In this area, to reach the spot, you have to walk there or take a mini transportation. I think just within the park, you're not allowed to ride bikes and stuff. It's actually just kind of for walking around. There are cars and stuff that actually come and grab mail, which we will explain that sort of. Yeah, we'll explain that in just a little bit as well.
Yeah.
But to reach this particular park, I came from KTX and then took maybe like a 10-minute taxi to get here.
Yeah.
So not too far from public transportation, which is good. Bantle, is there any other place you'd like to visit? Yeah, I already read that. Sorry, guys. I think Vaughn mentioned that he can't wait to go skiing again this winter. Yes, me and Vaughn will be going skiing again in January, guys. So look forward to that. Where is that ski place located in? It's located in Gapyeong, I believe. Gapyeong. It's like a district outside of Seoul. Have you ever played any sports or sports in the snow?
I am not a sportive person.
You're not?
As tiny as I am, I hate.
I feel like you would be a good person to have on the team because you can just like...
No.
No? Okay.
I cannot. I'm out of breath in literally 5 minutes.
I feel that. I feel that. Is there any sport that you would want to learn how to play?
Tennis.
tennis.
For the outfits though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she's so posh, guys.
Outfits are
She's like
so
tennis. Did you see that movie with Zendaya?
Which movie?
Oh, the new one. Oh, what's it called? Oh, I can't remember, but it's so good. It's about tennis.
Oh, now I have to
guys,
watch it.
guys, if you know in the comments, drop it down below because it's so good and I really want you to see it, especially if you like the fashion thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you like K-dramas?
I absolutely love K-dramas. I actually love K-dramas, like historical ones. So seeing all of these buildings is kind of reminiscent for me.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like the historical ones, but I'm more of a fan of like the cheesy.
Oh no. Like the romance?
Sometimes, but I also like the thriller ones, like The Glory.
I think you just love thriller.
Yeah,
You like
I do.
suspenseful things.
I like to watch murder documentaries.
No.
I do all kinds of stuff like that.
I like the historical ones.
She's like, no, I like peaceful war
Exactly.
history.
That's my kind of K-drama.
Banle is fun to watch and listen to. Yeah, she's really fun. We've had a really good time today. The Youth Winter Olympics is early this year. What about K-pop? Do you have a favorite group? Rotten Mango's awesome, by the way.
I'm a K-pop addict.
Yeah, we were talking about this too.
Oh my God.
I knew they were gonna ask you.
Anything K-pop? Yes. Do I have a favorite group? All of them.
Yeah, all of them. But
Yeah.
everybody has a bias for sure.
That's for sure.
So we are here now. We are in the cafe. This is actually where you guys can come and get some respite from the cold. We're gonna come over here and order some hot drinks, and then I think we're gonna show you guys a pretty cool activity as well.
Yeah.
So I think we can get our second. Yeah, we can definitely get our second stamp now. Stroll along the fortress walls. Let's go ahead and get that next one.
Yeah.
Magic hand. Dun dun dun.
Drum roll.
Woo! Well done. We have 2,600 people in the chat. Hi guys.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys. This is the last episode for this particular series, but there will be 2 more episodes for the rest of December.
Yeah.
But they are going to be highlighting different places around Korea. So not necessarily Mission Impossible, but definitely still check it out, especially if you're going to visit. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at the menu. You guys can look over here. What are you thinking?
Oh my God, that looks delicious.
They all look good.
Some Nokcha latte looks
I'm
really
a
nice.
sucker for the nokcha latte.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
I think I'll do either that or one of these. A hot tea sounds good. It's quite cold.
It is cold.
I don't know. So, 2 녹차 latte? I think so. Yeah, you guys know me. 안녕하세요. 녹차 라떼 2잔 주세요. hot or cold?
Cold.
아이스 하나랑 따뜻한 거 하나 주세요. 네, 드세요. 네. Okay. Also, we're gonna need to buy letter paper, and I'll explain that as well. 혹시 letter paper 2 주세요. letter paper.
저쪽에
네, 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 네.
우선 현금이나 그 계좌이체로만
네, 알겠습니다.
하시면은 저기 통화내 넣으시면
네, 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 네. Okay, so we're gonna have to do it in cash, but we're gonna show you guys what this is all about in just a second. Let's go grab a seat, and we'll take you guys over here. All right.
This cafe is absolutely beautiful, by the
It's
way.
so cute. I think we're gonna pop a squat right over here. So I want to take you guys just along this wall for one quick second, and I want you guys to meet Hamo. Hey, this is Hamo. Hamo is the otter. So this is actually who we are talking about as far as like the mascot for today. And Hamo has a little pearl necklace because Jinju is also known for its pearl harvesting. So you guys can check that out. They've got all kinds of cute stuff here, and they've even got this. So this is actually what the activity that we're going to be doing with you today. You just need a little bit of cash. You're going to put it in this basket here, and then you can take 2 of your letters. Okay, grab a couple pens. And the way that this works, we're going to write a letter to ourselves, to the future, and then we're going to address it to our current address. In 1 year exactly, it will be sent to that address. So we're going to do this and writing a letter for the future, I guess. All right, let's have a seat. There you go. I think we've done this before, on the show at least, so I'm excited for you guys to be able to experience this with me again. All right, that's so cute.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to write.
I guess I'm gonna write a letter in the frame of like, to my future self, like, hey Shannon, I hope all is well.
Yeah.
I hope for this year you were blah, 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 blah. Kind of
true.
like that, like third person, I think.
And the card is also so pretty.
Yeah, it is very cute.
Yeah.
K-Stosh said, I will miss you hosting, but I'm so happy for you to be able to go home and visit your family for Christmas. Thank you so much. I've said it once, but I'll say it again. This show and working with KoreanNet has been one of the best opportunities I've ever been given. And I'll always be so thankful for this. And being able to meet so many wonderful people and travel everywhere. being able to host is like the highlight of my week every single week. So getting to do this every year now for 2 years has been really, really awesome. So I will be back if KoreaNet will have me. So don't worry, you'll probably see me again. But at least for this year, I do got to go home and give some love to my family. So thank you for the support.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and write. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Maybe we can have you on the show next year as well.
Thank you. I accept.
I accept. All right. Did you receive the letter you wrote last year? I haven't received it yet. I believe it was December 19th that it was last year. Is there a most memorable moment that you will always remember while you've been here in Korea?
For me, I think it's just meeting a variety of people here. Some have been short term, some I'm still friends with them now, and those relationships, I think I'm going to cherish them forever.
Yeah.
Meeting you two has also been amazing.
We've
and the
really
team also
connected
here
today,
is
yeah.
amazing. It's a highlight of my trip here to Korea.
So we're gonna take just a couple minutes and we're actually just gonna focus on writing for a second, but you guys can enjoy the scenery or just enjoy us, and then drop some questions below if you have any as well. Awkward without the music now. I was like getting into it too, but I think it's for copyright. Yep. Do you write in English or do you write in your native language?
English.
Can I see what it looks like in your native language?
Okay, let me write a little something in my native
Okay,
language.
I'm just very curious, and we're gonna make room for our lovely lattes
That
here.
looks good.
All right, we've got one iced and one 따뜻한 거. So one hot, which is for me, and then we've got the iced for my lovely co-host. Let's see. Did you experience any culture shock when you came here?
Wow, a lot actually. A lot. I think the biggest one that a lot of people are always mentioning is like the trash can culture shock.
Yeah, there's no trash cans
There's no
anywhere.
trash can everywhere. So if like you're eating something outside, you have to carry it with you until you find a trash can, which can be kind of like an inconvenience sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little bit of a pro tip, guys. Go to a 편의점 or go to a convenience store. They always have trash cans in there, but you have to like buy a pack of gum or something so you don't feel
Yeah.
bad and get dirty looks from
That's
people.
true.
Yeah, but it's quite easy way to get it. Get your tissues ready. I really want to cry. KoreaNet, I think Shannon has passed the test from the first episode of Hide and Seek. I think so too. Shannon, don't go. I don't want to, guys. I really love it here, and I hope to stay. But we will see. We'll see what the future holds. Waiting for this meaningful message every year at the end. Make the most of the national public holidays, at least for KoreaNet. Shannon must stay. Oh, I'm working on it, guys. What was one of the other culture shocks that you experienced while you were here?
Wow. Also I'm not sure if it's okay to mention this, the toilet one.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You can mention it.
Like for sure, like not putting your tissue in the toilet.
Yeah.
To me, it's a bit of a culture shock.
Agreed,
And sometimes
yeah.
I forget. Sometimes I put it in the toilet, and I'm like, girl, what if it gets blocked?
Yeah.
You know, that's a culture shock to me.
So for those of you guys that don't know, when you come to Korea, a lot of times there will be a bin next to the toilet, and you're meant to actually use the toilet paper and then put it in the bin, not put it in the toilet, because it's some of the plumbing here, because it's such a big city, but also it was sort of developed really quickly. The plumbing and stuff doesn't always keep up depending on the area. So most of the times in homes and stuff, it's totally fine. But a lot of public spaces, they'll ask you to put the tissue in the bin. So I was quite surprised with that as well.
Yeah.
In your opinion, Shannon, what mission do you love to remember so far that you've completed them all? Oh, wow. I don't even know. I feel like there's been so many. I would have to think about that one. I'll get back to you guys on that. Only because there's been so many episodes, I would want to like revisit all of them before I actually make a final decision. But to be honest, it hasn't been the missions that I've really enjoyed the most. It's been the people. I really have made so many friends like doing this, and I'm connected with so many people multiple times. Like I've followed them on Instagram, and we keep up with each other. And it's just such a unique way to make friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And you know, you can't be friends with everybody, but it's really nice to meet people that you do connect with genuinely. Like you today. It was really lovely getting to meet you. Are there any famous destinations in Botswana that you would recommend Shannon to visit?
I would say Kasane. I think apart from diamonds, we're known for tourism because, like I said, we preserve a lot of animals. So if you want to see the elephants, the lions, the giraffes, Kasane is our tourist spot. It's absolutely beautiful. It's always green there because it's like a perennial river. So it's absolutely stunning.
Sorry, guys, I can't write and talk at the same time.
Same. I can multitask
I can't
too.
multitask to save my life right now.
I think we're the same.
Yeah. So this is your native language?
Yeah, this is my native language.
Wow.
It's basically the same.
Batsadi?
Batsadi, which is like my parents.
Batsadi Pagogo? Pakago.
Yeah.
Pakago. Bagorata.
Oh.
Lebata. It's almost like, it sounds like slightly French? Slightly, like, I don't know. It's very interesting. But maybe you could read this, though, so they actually know what it's supposed to
Yeah, for us, we have a lot of sounds that are not available in English. So it's quite different to how she read it. It would read, Batsadi ba gago, ba go rata, o ska lebala. Le gago le thata, gakologelwa se.
That's what I said. Yeah, exactly.
That's what she said.
Okay, so I'm finishing up my letter here and not be more excited.
Your handwriting is beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I write in cursive usually.
It's beautiful. I can't do that to save my life.
Yes, you could. So maybe while I'm finishing this, because I can't multitask, you can read the chat for now.
Meeting many people with valuable experiences, that's always nice because they do sometimes affect your life. They shape you into the person that you become. So it's always nice meeting other people. Korea. Oh, someone just typed in Setswana.
Really?
Nice to meet you, Levi. Which fashion style in Korea is your favorite? I actually love like the business kind of casual, like the matching set. That's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's quite cute.
Yeah. Exciting last episode.
I know.
Yeah, this episode is so fun. I think it's because I'm beautiful.
Oh, clearly, yeah.
Yeah. Buntle, have you found any of your country's cuisine in Korea? If not, do you miss it or do you love Korean food? Actually, there is no Botswana cuisine here, which is quite sad. But I love Korean food. Like I said, putechige is absolutely my favorite. I think I eat that at least once every single week. So yeah, and doshirak is also like delicious.
Okay, yeah, doshirak is actually slept on. That's something that you'll get like at work or like when you're on set quite a bit. Okay, so what did Levi say?
Korea, which means you've been welcomed in Korea.
Oh, okay.
I think he sees how amazing you are and Humiliate, it's a secret.
It's a secret. You probably heard me. I have a mic on. But anyway, Levi, thanks for
Hi, Levi.
for typing in. What's the most favorite place in Korea that you would love to visit over and over and over again?
Busan.
Yeah, Busan. I think I don't get bored in Busan. It's just quite chill. I like Spa Land. I like Gwangali, Haeundae.
Busan is beautiful.
It is beautiful, and it's a little bit slower.
Kamcheon Village.
Yeah, the Rainbow Village is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Seems like we saved the best guest for last. Bantle is such a vibe. Yes. Is there anyone who inspired you to study in Korea? Like, of all the countries you could have gone to, why did you pick Korea?
Why Korea? This is where K-pop comes into the mix.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
This is where K-pop comes into the mix. I wanted to have a mirror experience of like concerts. It's hard to get concerts when you're in, like concert tickets when you're in Botswana. So I was like, I might as well come to Korea and get them like for cheaper.
Yeah, just come here. You can go a lot easier.
Yeah.
Busan is so beautiful. I love Boogie. Boogie? Very good. So we've still got like 12 minutes. This is a great time for you guys to drop some Q&A. And then I think they're starting to type in Bason.
Oh my God. She just said Kya Khorata, which means I love you.
Kya Khorata?
Yeah.
Wow, very cool. This is awesome. Boogie is the mascot of Busan. Okay, didn't know that.
Is it the bird?
Is it a bird?
Yeah.
Is it a bird? Okay, yeah, it's a seagull. Got it, okay.
It's everywhere in Busan, I think, if you just go there. It's absolutely amazing.
This is so good, yeah. Oh, we got the famous question. Shannon, why Korea? Okay, so I'm not sure if I've told the full story before, but we've got some time and it's my last episode, so why not? Basically, when I finished school in my college, I wanted to travel the world before going into the medical field. That's what I was studying. I studied medicine in college. And so when you get in the medical field, there's not a whole lot of room for travel in the way that I
That's
wanted
true.
to. Like I wanted to travel for a long time. I wanted to see the world. So I figured I would take like a gap year, right? So I started traveling. I went to like Mexico, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. I went to Thailand, Singapore. I went to all these places. And then when I came to Korea, I met my best friend Vaughn, who I obviously talk about all the time.
Yeah.
But I also had a sorority sister at the time named Adrian. So I talked to Adrian a lot. I was kind of like asking her, how did you adapt? How did you survive? Because she ended up moving to Busan. She still lives there. She lives on Gwangali, which is why I've gone there before.
Yeah.
But I asked her just kind of her opinions on it. Like, what is it like being a foreigner in Korea? And mind you, this was before COVID. So things were a little bit different. And then by the time I got here, COVID had just kind of set in. But my original plan was to stay around 6 months and just to kind of travel, just see what was going on.
Yeah.
And kind of like get my footing here and then go home and be like, yep, it was fun, it was great, and then start work. That is not what happened. After 6 months here, I started getting contacted by different agencies for different reasons. Some of them were for modeling, some of them were for like TV, YouTube,
I
that sort of
understand
thing.
why.
Some of them were for TV and YouTube and stuff. And I never ever thought about doing anything because I actually, the one time I did a speech in public, I got so choked up I started crying. I'm serious. Like public speaking was a nightmare for me. So,
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it never occurred to me to do anything like this before. And then one day I got an offer from this random company called KoreaNet, and I was like,
This company.
I was like, they were like, do you want to host a live show? And I was like, I've never done it before. And I almost said no. I almost was like, you know what, I can't do it. And I almost let fear win in that moment. But then I was like, if I bomb, then I won't do it again. But or they'll find someone else. But
Yeah.
if I do really well, maybe I can.
It's a chance for
Yeah,
you.
maybe I can use that. Or maybe I can just improve my speaking skills. So then I started the Hide and Seek with Kokanuni series, and my first episode is still up. You guys can still go watch it. I look like a nervous wreck. I'm like holding my cards super close, and I'm super like reading the script and everything. Obviously, I've come a long way since then. But yeah, I think getting to do the live shows was one of those things that really kept me going. Because coming to Korea as a foreigner, especially on an E6 visa, which is an entertainment visa, it's not always easy. Jobs are inconsistent. They don't always pay well. The market is really saturated right now, especially with like foreign talent. So sometimes it can be really, really hard, especially financially, and then also being away from family.
That's true.
So KoreaNet really kept me going for that, and then they also, me seeing my growth in that, pushed me to do more. So now I have branched out and I started doing other things with YouTube. If you guys want to, go check out the Giggle channel. I actually have a podcast on there now.
Oh, really?
I just started. I filmed the second episode last night. But there is a podcast up on Giggle now. You guys can go check that out as well if you want to hear a little bit more about cultural differences, specifically things like beauty standards and plastic surgery, some topics that we cover about Korea. So really, really cool. I think definitely more of a more relaxed, laid-back format. But something that I love doing, and I like being in front of the camera now, and I'm really thankful for all you guys. So.
Now you look like a natural. I think it's great.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are made for this.
Thank you guys for giving me that support.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it took me so long to explain just now, but
No, it's okay.
let's see. Seems like life has had other plans for you, Shan, but you are rocking it. Thank you so much. Thank you for answering. It's nice to know your backstory. It's a touching session, and I'm glad you took the offer, Shan. Best MC ever. I want many more programs next year with you, Shannon. Even when you co-presented the K-Influencer Award Show. Oh yeah, make sure you guys go check out the K-Influencer Boot Camp. Season 2 is officially out, and I was the host for that as well. Season 2 was really cool. Have you ever heard of that?
I have actually.
Yeah.
I'm a K-influencer too, so I
You
kind of
should
know.
have applied. I could have met you sooner.
We could have been best friends by
We
now.
could have been besties already. It was really fun though. So I typically host that particular game show.
Yeah.
And they had the second season this year, which I thought was amazing. I was so touched by how much effort everybody put in. But it was really fun. You get to like create content and meet a bunch of new people. And then I think the winner got a pretty big prize.
Oh,
I'll tell
really?
you after. I don't want to spoil it.
I could have won that.
You could have won that. But I also, anyway, so it's been really fun. Go check out Boot Camp. Go check out the new podcast on Giggle. And definitely go check out the uploads from KoreaNet about this particular area, because you guys have only seen this much of it. It's so big and it's so beautiful. So definitely check that out. I've watched the Giggle show. It's so fun and interesting. Thanks so much, K-Stash. So happy to ask that question and learn about your story. You're doing a great job.
She is.
The first episode of The Garden Bridge is still one of my favorites. Thank you so much. K-Influencer Boot Camp Season 2 will be more exciting. Ek ez mal or ju mods. I butchered that. I'm so
Where
sorry.
is it?
This one.
This one?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that one is like Afrikaans. Unfortunately, I don't know Afrikaans. Yeah.
Ek is mal.
Ik is mal urju.
Or Jumot, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Both you and Bentley are so beautiful and interesting. What a vibe today. You both converse as if you're old friends. So sweet. What a great last show. How did I miss the boot camp series this year? I don't know, but go check it out, guys. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with the cinematography and stuff from this year. So if you go watch the last episode of that particular series, you'll see me get a little emotional there at the end. But let's go ahead and get a stamp for this last one because we have sampled our drinks. And in typical Shannon fashion, we have to rate our drink on a scale of 1 to 10. So what would you give your matcha?
I'd give it a 10.
I would give mine
It's pretty good.
I'd give it like a 7 or an 8. I would say it's a little on the sweet side for me, but
I like sweet things, so
yeah. I was gonna
definitely
say,
a 10.
you strike me as like a sweet girl. Okay, guys, so we've done it for the very last episode of the year. We've officially completed our last mission. So thank you so much for your help in doing this today, and now you get the privilege of selecting a lucky winner
I don't
from
want
the comment section.
I feel like y'all should win. Everybody gets a $30.
It's like Oprah.
Oh, no.
You get one.
Oh no.
So what you do, just scroll through.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see one of them here. You can actually choose anyone you like.
Ooh.
I'll be sipping my tea, just waiting for your response.
Oh. I think this one.
Which one?
Arman Karinan.
Okay.
I don't know if I said the name
You
right.
said it as like I would say it.
Yeah.
Arman Karinan.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. So make sure that you take a screenshot of your name. 1, 2, 3. Hearts. Screenshot that. Make sure that you upload that screenshot in the link in the description box down below. KoreaNet will assist you in sort of going through that process and getting the Amazon gift card. They will help you out, but thank you so much for your participation today, you guys.
Yeah.
You guys participating in the comment section is really what this is all about. We're just trying to connect people to Korean culture. So if you had to give some advice to someone visiting Korea for the first time, what would you tell them?
I would tell them go everywhere. Do
Go
everything.
everywhere, yeah.
Don't be scared. Korean people are absolutely nice.
They're very friendly.
They will be apprehensive because they don't know English a lot.
And you'll get the occasional cranky
Yeah,
taxi
you
driver,
will. But they are absolutely
but everyone
amazing.
else is really sweet.
Especially in Busan. Come to Busan.
Yeah, come to Busan, come see
And
her.
Jeonju.
Yeah, and check out her channels for sure.
Yeah.
Glad it wasn't windy and rainy this year. I love your outfits. Thanks so much. You completed all the missions in all the series. You did so well. Thank you guys. Last mission, last episode. Oh, so epic. Please cry. Oh my God, I'm not gonna cry. I actually have thought about it though. I'm like, oh, what if I don't get renewed? And then it would be so sad. I would cry.
Oh, no.
But it will have been a worthwhile experience, and I can't be mad about that. You know. Okay, we still have 3 minutes left. So as far as like your dreams and your goals in Korea, with your field of study, do you have any particular direction that you're trying to go to with your career?
Yeah, because my major also has a little bit of international relations. I do hope like one day I do get to work in an international organization.
Yeah.
Either in Korea or back at home. I just want to work somewhere where I get to interact with like a lot of different nationalities.
For sure.
And I also do have a background in law, so maybe I'm also
You slid that in there like that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
A background in law.
Yeah, my bachelor's is actually law.
Okay.
So I was a lawyer for a couple of years.
What?
So maybe I'll go for the UN. That's the big dream.
Oh my God! Why did you not mention this an hour ago? I was like, what did you study? And she just didn't. She just glossed over that like it was no big deal. Smart girl.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shannon, we will miss you so much. You did a really good job hosting the show. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for everything. I look forward to every Thursday because of you. Have an amazing holiday, and thank you for being a great show. Oh, you guys are going to make me cry. Oh, my God. You guys are more than welcome. Thank you guys for participating like you do. So we have one more thing to do before we sign off today for the year of 2024. We are going to put our letters in the Hamu mailbox, which is actually outside. So I'm going to take you guys out there with me. We will do this together, and then we will finish everything up. Whoops. If I don't drop my mic first. The fourth wall is always broken on this show, for real. Okay, so you guys can follow me out here. So we have to find this guy. Not too difficult. He's actually sitting right over there. So we are going to take our letters and we're going to slide them in, and then they are going to mail us these letters whenever they get the chance in a year. So let's go ahead and drop these in here.
It's like he's eating it.
He's eating card. Oh, so
All right.
cute.
Hamu, he's so cute. Is he wearing the? Yeah, he's got the pearls on too. Very cute. Let's see. I hope you guys continue these lives. Have a great holiday. Happy New Year. See you next year, Shannon.
Yeah.
It's been really lovely watching your show. Merry Christmas to you both. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We love you guys. We love you from Jinju. We love you from Hamu.
Yeah.
We're twinning today, me and Hamu.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, accidentally, I might add, but anyway. We love you guys so much. Thank you for all your participation this year. Thank you guys for keeping the channel going. Continue to support KoreanNet and Korean culture and K-influencers as well. We love you. Bye.
Bye, guys.